So now that I've added dimensions to the stage, I realized that these dimensions are probably going to get in the way as I'm trying to add additional geometry. So as with most of the things I do after the fact, I usually have to fix them. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to call this dimensions. I can't really select these because, you know, I'm on dimensions. So click on the design layer. There we go. And I'm going to select both of these, and I'm going to cut them, doing Command X. Now I'm going to come back over here to dimensions, and I'm going to do Option Command V, which is going to paste in place. If you hit Command V, it will just paste wherever, and if I had moved the screen around, it may end up in a different place. Paste in place is going to paste them where we took them from. So now if I wanted to, I can click on the design layer, and the dimensions are still there. I can still see them. And things can snap to them. So if I wanted to, I can go ahead and turn that off, and now there's nothing for it to snap to. Okay, picking up from where we left off, we had turned off our dimensions, and what I've done is I have created a 6x6 from the corner here. I'm going to do one from here as well. And just tab 72, tab 72. Make sure that I stay negative here. So it goes to the left. And I'm going to go for my right isometric view, and I'm going to build out a proscenium here, and I'm going to go up. And then I'm going to build out across and then back down, essentially the same way I did with the wall, but I'm going to do it vertical rather than horizontal, and that makes sense in just a little bit. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here, and I only want my proscenium to be a foot thick, so we're going to make it 72 inches by 12 inches, and then I'm going to take this up, and I'm going to go up 28 feet. Now it will probably snap to that end point relatively easily, so you probably don't have to enter the 72 feet. I think I'm going to make this 6 feet. So the top of the proscenium arch is going to be 6 feet. Now I started in the upper right corner, so I want to make sure that my X is going to stay negative, and then just to kind of make sure that my other dimension is correct, negative 72. And then I'm going to extrude this. Now, I want to make this 60 feet, right? But I only want it to go to the wall. Remember, we've already got 6 feet for the width of the proscenium. So that's actually where we want it right there. So 60 minus 6 is going to be 54. Now, here's where it's going to get a little awkward. I'm going to actually want to go underneath, so I can create my last piece. Right there. I actually just went to my left isometric view because I can create the geometry right there underneath and then pull it under. But I want to make sure that I'm getting the bottom and not the front. So right there, I want this surface. So if you didn't see me actually create that, it could be kind of awkward. Once more, left isometric. Right there. So once we start getting into small dimensions like this, it may be a little awkward. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to trust the numbers. I want that to be negative 72, and I want that to be 12. but negative. There we go. So we've created that, and now we can pull it all the way down. And remember, I'm going to go ahead and click back to the left isometric, and we can click it right here to this other square that we've got, which is going to be 22 feet, which is accurate because we've got our 6-foot proscenium arch plus the 22 feet is going to equal 28 feet. And now I can get rid of these squares that I had. They're not necessary. I just like having them, and I can take a look, and I am pleased with that proscenium arch. And it's all one single object.